today I'm going to be reading the 7th chapter of Tenali Raman. It is the King's Reward. So this is the content, and as you can notice, or maybe not, there are 6 chapters done. So let's begin. There once lived a very poor man in the kingdom of King Krishnadev Rai. And one day he gathered the courage together and went to the royal court to ask the king something. So you will find it later on. When he got to the king, he said, "I'm a very poor man. I do not even have enough money to buy myself food. Can you help me, sir?" So, not sir, your highness or my lord. Before the king could say anything, the royal priest was so greedy, he said to the poor man that, go away, you're disturbing the king." And he sent him on his way back. But the royal priest was so greedy that he wanted just himself to take gifts from the king, like gold coins and this and that. So he was so greedy. On his way back, the poor man met a minister, and he gently advised him to go to Tenali Raman, because he can help you, he said. The minister said, all right. He said, the Tenali Raman, that minister, can help you. So he went to Tenali's and told him his story. Tenali said, "Don't worry, I got it all handled. You just go into the forest and come later on." It was just him saying that go into the forest and then come back after several hours, because he had a fresh cooked idea in his mind. After 2 days, he was going with king and royal priest to the forest. In the forest, there was the royal priest's home. So basically, the priest was leading him to his home. On his way home, they stopped and ate their lunch. They were all hungry. The food was delicious, yet spicy, very spicy. Tenali had cooked some spicy dishes, and he had technically spilled all water they had been carrying on purpose. And then the king was thirsty because his mouth was burning because the food was very, very, very spicy. So before anybody could say anything, Tenali said, "Look, I see a hut over there. There must be water." Then they went to that hut. There was no one in the hut. And the hut was basically the house of the poor man. And Tenali went and brought some water from the pot. It was cold. It was cool, and it was so cool that the king's mouth stopped burning. That's when the poor man came. Then he said, "This is my house. What are you all doing here?" But then he saw the king, and he was like, "Oh my God, what did I say to the king?" Then he held his hands together like this and bowed. So then Tenali said, "Thank you, but we drank." He said that we drank water from your pot. So he said, "Don't worry, it's okay. This is the king right over there. He can do it. He can drink anyone's water if he wants. So, like that, you can say it like that. So then the king was not thirsty at all now. So he said, I have drank water from your pot. Now you can ask me for anything. The poor man was about to say something, but the greedy royal priest said, give him a few gold coins. But then Tenali interrupted. He said, no, my lord, this royal priest has no mind. He says anything. He says stupid things, you can say. Basically, he was just describing that. Then, the king said, why are you saying that, Tenali? Tenali said that later on, years on, centuries on, if you may, that's when in the books of history there will be written that King Krishnadev Rai drank water from a poor man's house but gave him just few gold coins. So he said, yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. He said, the king said, okay. Then the king took off a costly necklace which was here around his neck, took it off and gave it to the poor man. Now, again, we have win-win for Tenali. So this was the end of our chapter 7, the king's reward, and see you in the next chapter, guys. Bye.